no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid tackle. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matter.
There he goes!
And did some good things after the catch, but got to give the coordinator the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Dropping back, it's Murphy.
So that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
The horseshoe helped their defense on third down. Forced out of the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He's an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that Saturday.
The Trojans will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to
in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go right back to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Good timing on the quick out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Murphy. Buys a little time. On the run, fires downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Gets the back moving. And back to the air on second down. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys just such an easy place to recruit when you got that kind of pedigree. You always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Thompson. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Working that wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Back to pass on second down. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Wants to keep it in the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Jordan. They will score! Touchdown, Southern Cal! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quick release by the QB. Flying down the left side. He's at the touchdown Trojans. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
14, Ohio State, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw at St. Clair. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Jacobs. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're going back to the ground. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. With the catch, it's Smith. Turning it on! Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Just keeps picking up the top yards and gets it down to the 26.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Still looking on the move. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love the coverage in the back end by the secondary. That DB was glued to the wide receiver, staying right behind them. He was able to locate the ball and get his paw out there to knock it down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. the field. It's Murphy. He'll take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Gets away. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He smashes his way through again. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give is to Smith. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think that if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
That's caught. It's Miller. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Dances away to buy time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got it on the left. to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Buying some time as he moves left. At the 20, he's got space. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this. Make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Old Dominion. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. He's got it along the sideline. The Trojans make a living on stretching the field with big plays in the passing game because they just throw the ball to
Explosive, dynamic, fun plays, and that's exactly what USC does year after year.
Tight end now in motion. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. Snagged out of the air. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Back to throw, it's Murphy. Pulls it in. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Yeah, and Reese, no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's out there. It hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Jacobs. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, 1st down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a 1st down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Miller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man on the right. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Caught over the middle. It's Miller. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Quarterback moving. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Back to throw, it's Murphy. Makes the grab. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Southern Cal. And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
USC 28, Ohio State 14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Defense looks as if it's coming. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. The give to the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors.
Out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Old Dominion. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Still looking. And the sack. back at the 5.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. Runs through the tackle. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. Bought a little time, lets it go. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so much space, plus oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots. They took one there, took a chance deep. It wasn't open. It was incomplete. You got to be thinking on third down coming up now. They're probably going to throw it again.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here's the third interception of the night. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.